Big Guy Fitness Daily Journal, day 29. We are into week 5 of this fun little journey. Today's main topic is going to be celebrating wins. So I've mentioned this before a little bit, but this weekend was a fun one. So as I mentioned in, I think it was Friday's video, Saturday's video, I kind of went off the rails, had a cheat day, and the cheat day wasn't horrible, but it was definitely something that would have gotten me in trouble when I was a little heavier. And this didn't really blow me up that much. If you want to watch that video, it was just from 2 days ago. So that was the 16th maybe of August. Expected a few pound gain weight. Usually I would have expected 4 or 5, and that's exactly what happened. It was like the few pounds. It was maybe 2 pounds or something. But then Sunday I had some drinks, a poolside, and that's where this appreciating gains thing comes in, the poolside thing. But I had a few drinks, and I ate a few little snacks that I usually don't eat. So I put on another pound. Probably a lot of salt and water weight. But so come Monday, I usually don't step on the scale before I go on my first walk, which that's what I'm on. But I did. I was just curious, and it was a little over 3 pounds, 3.2 pounds I had gained. Now this walk will knock off a pound, so it'll be 2 pounds. Today I'll do my workout. I'll eat really well. By tomorrow, I'll probably be close to having lost all of that. So I'll start out, early in the week, losing my weekend cheat meal stuff, which usually it would have taken till Tuesday or Wednesday to get to that point, which is a big deal because if I'm not back on track till Wednesday, and I really only have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend comes where I calm down a little bit. I mean, I guess I shouldn't calm down on the weekend, but I just like to live life. So only having 3 days to really attend to this dieting and fasting and intermittent fasting and all the stuff we're doing isn't a lot of time. So that 5-day program works for me. So if I'm screwed Monday and Tuesday, we're in a hole for the week. Anyway, so it worked out. My point with the celebrating wins is lately, last maybe month or so, every time I sit in the pool, I'll take some pictures just to document. And it's pretty much the same pose. It's not a pose, it's just me leaning back against the edge of the pool taking a picture. And I'll take 2 or 3 different angles because the sun, the light hits you different or whatever. And I guess for the last 3 weeks or so, I've been looking at it going, man, I think I'm taking a step backwards. Like, I look okay, like things are falling into shape, but I just look really soft, like all over. And I know when I touch my chest now, it feels like muscle. Before it felt like gloopy fat. And same thing with my lower section. Like, I know down here it's still pudgy, but up here it's not tight, but I definitely feel the abs. I feel the separations of the abs, and it feels tight. Like there's not a lot like moving around if I do this. My arms, when I touch those, they're solid now. They don't look. It's not great shape or anything like that. But I'm not even flexing. But I guess I should flex. There's my tricep. But I could feel when I put my hand around my arm, like it's firm. It's a muscle now. Where before it used to, I felt the stuff in between the muscle, to say the least. So I was feeling good until I take these pictures, and then I'm just like, a little disappointed, but I try not to get too down on it. However, this weekend I took pictures, and I was thoroughly pleased. Now, when I really examined them, I was like, yeah, okay, this still has to go. Yeah, the shape's still not popping out here. I really probably have another, I would say, I keep saying 2 months, but I really I say probably Octoberish time. Maybe I'll be in a place where I'm really, really excited. That doesn't mean I'm not excited right now. So seeing those pictures, there were certain aspects of it. I was like, wow, wait a second. So my side isn't as bad as I think it is. Again, that's one of those things we get in our head, right? And for the last 3 weeks, every time I point down and go, oh my God, I got to lose all that. I do, there's still stuff, but I definitely see a huge change. And then I compared it to pictures from 3 weeks ago, and it's massive in my eyes, not in anybody else's probably, but I see it. And I got so excited, and that's why I had 3 drinks. I have these Sammy Hagar drinks. They're so good. They're these cocktail, they're rum cocktails, and I think they're called Beach Bum cocktails or something like that. Oh my God, they're it's like refreshing sparkling with his rum. And I keep saying I wasn't a huge fan of. I'm not a huge fan of a lot, but I wasn't a huge fan of his rum straight. But this mixture, there's 4 of them, different flavors, and they're amazing. Now I'm selling Sammy Hagar drinks. So anyway, so I had 3 of those. And then I did have a whiskey, and and this earbud just keeps falling out. Gotta figure that out. And I did also get a little, I hope it's not an ear infection, but I dove in the pool and immediately I got water in it. So I'm trying to figure that out. So I keep hearing squish, squish. Anyway, so with the wins, I know this is a rambly start to the day, but with the wins, accept them, celebrate them, and really celebrate them. And that's what I've been doing since last night to this morning. I woke up, I was very happy. Even when I stepped on the scale, usually I step on the scale and I see those numbers that I'm like, I don't know. Didn't bother me at all, because I saw those pictures and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take all the positives out of that instead of the little negatives that I can even tearing those pictures apart and going, yeah, this. Just take those wins, because that's what's going to drive me through the week, I think, hopefully. Not that I need a huge bunch of inspiration, because I'm just on this healthy, happy path at the moment. And I'm really enjoying talking to some people here that comment. It's making it fun and sharing experiences and learning. So anyway, enjoy the wins. They're what keep us in this game. And project yourself out a couple months at a time instead of days at a time. Focusing on the day-to-day thing really makes it difficult, because you're picking yourself apart too much. Whether it's, oh, I ate too many calories this day, so today I have to do this. Just take it in week chunks as far as diet goes. Say, okay, you know what? Those 2 days weren't so good, so the next 2 or 3 days I got to really do well. And then just put it in that perspective. And then same thing with the seeing yourself, whether it's a reflection in a window or whatever, or a picture. Just before you heavily critique yourself, wait a couple weeks, a month, and then see where you're at. Because the changes you're going to see in the course of a month, as opposed to every day, even if you're doing it every day, if you're critiquing yourself, and then even by the time you're 2-3 weeks out, you're still micro critiquing yourself every day. So in your head, you're really not seeing any of these big changes. You need to step away and then a couple weeks later, examine what you looked like maybe 3 weeks ago or so, and you will see huge difference. If you're doing this right, if you're doing this every day, if you're lifting, building the muscle, eating the protein, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's my rant. I just want to start on a good, happy note. Tomorrow, there were a few things I learned this weekend about the training that, again, were kind of mind-opening. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm going to try a little of that. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Today's music listening for the day is Jimmy Herring. Just an amazing guitar player. He was a GIT student back in the 70s when GIT started, Musicians Institute. Then he started teaching at GIT, Then he started teaching at Atlanta Institute of Music, where I went to music school. If you want to watch the whole thing, talking about who he's played with, what he's done, and why he's so absolutely amazing guitar player, who you need to check out if you haven't heard of him. But the link is in the description. Check that out. And there is, of course, a question of the day. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great week.